and if you try to sell something without the mark of the Lieberbeast, you can be fined by the Federal Trade Commission $11,000 per unit sold per day. Last time that bill came up, it had a third sponsor, Hillary Clinton. Surprise, surprise. But beware of the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Is Obama the anti-Hillary? Judging from his voting record, I'm not even sure that's true. Granted, it would be kind of cool to have somebody in the White House whose first name rhymes with Iraq, whose middle name is Hussein, and his last name rhymes with Osama. And luckily, they're giving us another choice besides two royal dynasties, Bush Incorporated and the Hillbillies. But Obama looks all the more attractive as a leader precisely because he's never actually led. No defining issue or accomplishment except he's so cool. He's so cool. How can you not dig him? He's like the audacity of hope. Change we can believe in as long as it isn't too specific. He's so cool. And he is cool when you see him on TV. He's a wonderful speaker, comes across as a cool guy you could actually hang out and talk to, if only that was reflected in his voting record. Obama voted to make the Patriot Act permanent. Obama came out against the war early in 2002, but then when he was in a position of power, he keeps voting money to continue the war when he finally has the power to cut it off. And watch his language on the war very carefully. He's a very clever lawyer, after all. He says that my first act will be to tell the Pentagon to find a way to end the war. Withdraw the troops. To where? Ending the war does not mean taking the troops out. And Obama has also said he doesn't really want to take the troops out. He wants to leave as many as 80,000 of them and calls for protecting American enclaves like the Green Zone. Yo, the Green Zone belongs to the Iraqis. We stole it. It's at least, what, a third of the size? The Green Zone isn't Obama. Saddam's palace, like the few buildings like they show in the aerial photo. I've seen one of the whole thing, and it's maybe a third the size or more of Manhattan. It's all the downtown real estate, and we stole it all. People can't drive to work on all the boulevards anymore. It doesn't belong to us. We need to leave. And surely he's aware that we've put almost $800 million into the largest embassy ever built by a factor of 10, right along the river in the Green Zone, although it's a tiny dot on the Green Zone photo, even though it's, what, the size of 80 football fields. 3,000 Americans expected to work there. Wall 20 feet thick around it, got its own missile system inside, its own water supply, its own electricity supply, since we never bothered to fix the Iraqis. Just gave money to Bechtel. They didn't fix it, and that was the end of that. And basically, you know, but what does this say to the Iraqis when it's the closest thing to us finishing a project on time? The real goal, and Obama and Hillary and Pelosi know it, is to never, ever leave. I mean, at least Ted Koppel was honest on Charlie Rose a few nights ago when he said, oh, well, you know, the talking walnut or the clamshell on his head and stuff, but well, we have to have 50,000 troops somewhere in that area, and we have nowhere else left to go. How about the Iraqis? Even the puppet we put in as the so-called president is telling us to get out now. And many of you know that Obama completely reversed course with a calculated stabbing in the back of every single person in this room, where after initially threatening to filibuster the new law legalizing all of the NSA's illegal wiretaps on people, and letting the phone company off the hook for spying, phone companies off the hook for spying on us as well, he turned around and voted yes and gave Bush and Cheney damn near everything they wanted and a lot more than they expected. Legalizing the exact same crimes that got Nixon thrown out of office during Watergate. And don't forget, when it was revealed that Bush was doing this, they took a poll, I think it was CNN, and over half the country wanted Bush impeached at that point. But oh no, Jerry Blank, Nancy Pelosi's like, oh no, impeachment is off the table. Support the troops. In '06, it was a little different.